our newest CPAE Hall of Famer. Of course, you can trust this is right, David Horsager.
Thank you. Hall of Fame, thank you. You know, some of you don't know, it was 1999 that Lisa and I moved back to Minnesota from Arkansas after directing an organization there, and we poured everything we had into this business. And by that October, we had $1.40 to our name. And we did find an apartment to rent for $350 a month with no windows, no bathroom, no kitchen, but we could walk upstairs and share 86-year-old Clara Miller's. It did come complete with black mold on the walls, and we lived there for 2 years starting this business. And I still remember, before we had kids, I remember sitting on the curb in front of a grocery store with my arm around my wife thinking we don't have enough money to go inside to get food. And I remember asking my brother, should we keep going or should I get a side job? And he said, no. If you have to, I know you'll do it. And this isn't right advice for everybody, but for us, it was. And I'm grateful for that advice, my brother. And thankfully, things have changed a bit. So, you know, I try to look for the 4 directions of gratitude. And I'm so thankful tonight, and I have so many to thank, and I can't thank all, but I first look up, and I thank God. I thank for His grace and the opportunity and the freedom, and just beyond what I ever deserve. And second, I look out and I look at you. I look at those beside, and I look at NSA, and I look at so many, I can't name all of you, and I want so many of you to know I thank you personally, and I can't name each of you, but you know who you are, and I wouldn't be where I am without people in this room. But some specifics, I thank my struggle mastermind group at my table. I thank the NSA chapter of Minnesota, who has been so kind family to me. Harvey and so many before me that are beside me. I think, you know, my best friend is here tonight, Joe, from, you know, rooming together in college to everything we've done together. You've made me better. I think my closest brother, who from sharing rooms together to sharing business ideas in life, I can't thank you enough. My wife. You know, we started it together, and we really did have nothing. And she said, you know, she was with me. And I still remember, I was scared to death behind that curtain, those early days. And she would be with me before we had kids every time. And I still remember what she said in my ear. David, stop worrying. Just love them. They can tell when you love them. And last year, I'm speaking to the president of Kenya, and the military's around, and you know the trust issues in Kenya right now. We hope for less bloodshed at this election. And I was scared going up to meet the president and some of the issues there. And right before I go up, just love them. They can tell when you love. And this morning, David, remember, just love them. They can tell when you love them. And so I look up, I look beside, and I look back. And I look back and I think of many that have gone before me in this. Many of you, Zig's befriending, and people that did trust research. There was very few back when we started it. Now trust has become a buzzword, but back then Dr. Reyna's and just a few others were actually doing real trust work, and I'm so grateful. And I also look back and I think of my parents. And I can only tell my story. And I had great parents. And I'm grateful. You heard about my dad. He's the same on stage and off. And his stage is off in a tractor, and his off stage is getting off the tractor.